What's up guys, Justin Colby here, and on this show we are going to be talking about Grant Cardone. He just did a 5-day free live event, and I want to talk about that, what I have learned from Grant Cardone over the years, and how much money I've actually spent on his programs, his coaching, and just to be by him together to learn straight from the guy himself. So Grant Cardone is someone that, unless you have quite literally been living under a rock, you had to have heard of him. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur or if you just have a 9-to-5 job, Grant Cardone is anywhere and everywhere. Now here's one of the biggest takeaways I have found of Grant Cardone, and it's something that you guys must take away from this video as well. He is teaching people that all content, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube's, etc., is good content. That you must put yourself out there to get the return that you're looking for. Now I get it, you may not be someone who is looking to sell coaching or sell a product, but Grant Cardone, while he does sell a product, and I even bought his Cardone University between $5,000 or $7,000, yes, he does do that, but he also raises a ton of capital to buy these apartment buildings that he's so famous for. So if you're into real estate, and you're trying to figure out, well, why does Grant Cardone mean anything to me? And Justin, why are you telling me to make Instagram videos and Facebook videos and YouTube videos? Because if you really boil it all the way down, depending upon what you're trying to do, and especially if you're in real estate, just putting content out there, getting feedback, getting the haters, and getting the people that actually believe in what you're doing is all valuable. You see, many people don't actually like Grant Cardone. I actually have been able to spend personal time with him. Again, a pretty massive investment. The guy's a pretty cool dude when you're just one-on-one with him, but he has his quirks, and for me,
the term I'd use is some douchiness.
He's trying a little too hard to be cool, especially the fact that he's in his 60s. Now, here's the deal. It has worked for him because not only has he gotten a lot of traction and money out of me to buy his courses and to spend time with him in his books, etc. I actually believe it's creating this buzz about him because even the haters create more buzz along with the people that are actually following what he's saying. Now, one thing is true. He is doing his best to provide content for those that need it, right? This 5-day challenge where he went live for 5 days to try to give, yes, ultimately there was a sales pitch behind that, but at the end of the day, he had people on like Chris Voss, the FBI negotiator who authored the book, Never Split the Difference. I mean, he quite literally is trying to provide a ton of value while still being a businessman and a capitalist to try to make money at the same time. Now, what I want to do real quick is I want to dive into the program I bought, Cardone U, and I want to show you exactly what I invested in, because to me, I also believe, like Grant Cardone, everything starts with sales. Whether you're trying to buy a home from a motivated seller, whether you're an agent trying to get a listing, whether you're a husband trying to sell your wife on what movie you're going to go watch tonight, everything starts with sales. And so I was running a floor of sales people to sell coaching. And so I made the investment into this program, I believe $5,000 to $7,000. So let me show you that real quick, and then I'll give you my feedback. All right, so this is the product that I spent a good amount on. I believe I spent anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 on his Cardone University. As you see here, it's all about sales. At the time, I was running a cold calling group to sell more of my coaching. And here's the reality is my big takeaway from this. As you see, there are multiple topics here, but I'll be honest, something like mastering the cold call is going to be likely one of the more important ones. All in all, I would tell you that it was an okay product. Would I ever buy it again? No, and I'm going to continue to tell you why, because I think at the end of the day, this is just too generic. It's too 30,000-foot view, and quite honestly, most of these videos must have been recorded 15, 20 years ago, because he is a whole lot younger on these videos. So now that you took a look at that, I would tell you I actually didn't love it. I would tell you I probably would not buy it again, and unfortunately for Grant, I probably wouldn't suggest it. I don't believe it actually gave me what I was actually looking for. For someone who's never been in sales, then maybe it would be a good product and potentially could be a great investment for you. For me, someone who's been in sales since the day I graduated UCLA back in 2003, I did not find much usefulness in this product. That being said, I currently still invest a ton of money, including this year I've spent over $50,000 on a sales coach for me and my companies, and that is because I want to make sure I'm always at the cutting edge of the best sales practices they are. That would be one massive takeaway that should make you like this video right now and make sure you are subscribing to my channel because I do 6 videos a week. So as I just mentioned, I still spend a ton of money each and every year investing in sales mentors and masterminds in general. And it's because I do believe firmly what Grant believes. It all starts with sales to create the life that you want. Doesn't really matter how big of a life or if you want to be a billionaire. If you want to be able to make real money, and I would say real money is anything north of $250,000 a year, you need to start with sales. So from that, I love Grant Cardone because I firmly also agree with him there. So let's talk about content a little bit more here because he is big on content. You will see him everywhere from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. And here's the reality for that. You can get anything you want out of life if you just put yourself out there. By putting yourself out there and talking about what you're trying to build, what you're actively building, what you're trying to do, people will be drawn to you. And I think Grant has done a brilliant job, hate him or love him, doing that one thing. And I mentioned earlier in this video, why I say that is because he has raised millions and millions and millions of dollars for his funds to go buy more residential apartment buildings. Now that is massive. Again, what he is doing is educating, but also drawing people into his world. Again, hate him or love him. And from there, he has an opportunity that he could raise money for his fund, which this video is not about raising money for his fund, but that is his intention. And by just giving and putting people on notice of what he is doing, people are drawn to him. He gives them an opportunity and he's able to close $25, $50, $100 million funds. And he does it all through just putting himself out there. And whether you want to call it the secret and the law of attraction or whatever, he is doing a brilliant job at doing so. So let me boil all of this down. Do I believe Grant Cardone is the truth? Yes or no? Yes. And the reason why is his business shows it. It proves it. There's not many people that have a rental portfolio the size of Grant Cardone. There's not many people that have as many funds the size as Grant Cardone. And there's not that many people that have the traction, love him or hate him, as Grant Cardone. Is everything perfect about him and his businesses? Absolutely not. In fact, I invested, like I said, $5,000 to $7,000 in his course that I didn't really get much from. But that's not all the things I've gotten from Grant Cardone. He has also written books. I've read every single one of his books. One of the best that I thought for him was the 10X rule, and that essentially is 10X everything in your life. While I like the idea, executing on that isn't quite as simple as he makes it out to be in his book. But ultimately, what I believe Grant Cardone to be is a masterful motivator. If you are looking to figure out a way to get pumped up every single day, go achieve your goals, make more money you've ever made, get into real estate, start buying rentals, then buy apartment complexes, Grant Cardone is amazing at that. I will say he is the truth on every single level. I would tell you if you're interested in reading his books, you should. If you're interested in going to his events, you should. And if you do want the very basics for salesmanship, Grant Cardone University is a great starting point. With all that said, I know there's a lot of haters out there and a lot of lovers. If you hate or love Grant Cardone, let me know right below in the comments below. Again, make sure you're smashing this like button because the YouTube gobs help me, and maybe Grant Cardone himself will check out this video. Spent some personal time with him, so if you do see this, what's up, Grant? Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.